and welcome back. This is Ashima Narwal for Narrowneck Films, bringing to you part 2 Baahubali. Actually, it's not about the movie, but it's the part 2 continuation from our review. Well, to understand the world of Mahishmati, you will have to understand the world of Westeros. And for that, you have to look into HBO's Game of Thrones, one of the best TV series out there. Let's look at the opening credits for Baahubali. And now, let's look at the opening credits for Game of Thrones. Let us see what Rajamouli thinks about Game of Thrones.
Case in example, most of you must have seen Game of Thrones, right?
We can see that Rajamouli is heavily inspired by the narration style of Game of Thrones. Now look at these scenes from Game of Thrones. Killing off the characters that we get very emotionally attached to is a very frequent theme used in Game of Thrones, and Rajamouli seems to be very fascinated with the very same concept, and hence he killed Baahubali. Now we delve into this dialogue from Game of Thrones.
I did what I did for the good of the realm.
The realm? Do you know what the realm is?
The only obvious and overarching reason that I could see Katappa kill Baahubali is for the realm. Here, the realm is the world of Mahishmati and all it stands for. Now we see who could have made Katappa kill Baahubali, how and why. I mean, asking the question, why did Katappa kill Baahubali? The one and only correct answer for that is for the kingdom. What the real question should be is, who made him do it and what was the reason used? Everything Katappa does in the movie is for the kingdom, and this has been foreshadowed in the movie many times.
इस गुलाम की कोई कीमत नहीं असलम जी। मेरे वंश में जन्म लेने वाला हर कोई माहिष्मती राज सिंहासन की गुलामी करेगा। ये मेरे पुरखों का वचन है।
Now here's the theory that I have come up with. Bahubali's death was made to look like an accident. Now let us see why this theory is valid. Now as we remember, we see Baahubali fighting off someone who looks like Kalakeya towards the end of the movie, and this is when Katappa comes and stabs him in the back. And then we see that there is a shrine built for Baahubali right in the middle of the palace, especially with his sword in it, that Katappa seems to pay his respect to. So clearly Baahubali is still officially respected by Bhalladeva, or else he would have not made this shrine right in the middle of the palace, or it would at least not be in a spot for everyone else to see. But it is there. So why does Bhalladeva officially pretends to respect Baahubali? We see this throughout the movie, that Bhalladeva never overtly displays his dislike for Baahubali, or at least the fact that he does not want Baahubali to be the king. Neither does his mum, Sivgami, knows about it. All Baahubali is aware of is that he is in a genuine and valid competition with Bhalladeva, and never believes that actually Bhalladeva can do anything underhanded to win this competition. He believes and trusts him blindly.
जब मैं राजा बनूंगा, तुम होगे मेरे सेनापति।
Even during the battle, Baahubali thinks that whatever Bhalla is doing is just out of genuine competition. And even after Sivgami declares Baahubali as king, Bhalla never actually protests against it. It's only Sivgami's husband who has to face her wrath. Bhalla actually encourages Baahubali to accept the crown, which is rather weird, even though he doesn't like it. So we come to a conclusion that Balladeva never actually lets anyone in the whole kingdom of Mahishmati, Bahubali himself, or his mother, realize that he actually has any ill intentions to kill Bahubali. And the only way for him to get the crown is if he makes Bahubali's death look like an accident. Neither Sivgami or Katappa would have idly killed Bahubali out of their own wishes. Only Balladeva or Bijaldeva would have instigated the events that would eventually lead to Bahubali's death. Now, tying these threads, we get the following points. Balladeva can never let anyone know that he hates Bahubali and intends to get him killed. Katappa can do anything to save the kingdom or for the kingdom, even if it means killing Bahubali. So he could have been misled into killing Bahubali. There is an accident and Bahubali dies, making Bhalla's life a lot easier. Bahubali's son, Mahendra Bahubali, escapes the accident and is taken away by Sivgami, who comes to realize the true intentions of Balladeva. And there is also a subplot of Balladeva's desire for Devsena, who belongs to Kuntla kingdom. But she rejects him. And thus Bhalla has one more reason for Bahubali to die. Now, why the hell is Devsena imprisoned after Bahubali's death? Now, Balladeva also seems to dislike the Kuntla kingdom, and hence they're always in a hiding, either because of a war between Mahishmati and Kuntla kingdom, or simply because Devsena rejected Balladeva. So we can say Bahubali's death is actually a result of Bhalla's desire for the throne and to have Devsena as his own, which sets a chain of events leading to a ruin of kingdom and which leads to beginning of Bahubali. So thank you everyone for watching our review, and please subscribe to our channel Narrow Neck Films. Until next time, bye bye.